those that are not going to join. Alright, so we are live now. I'm recording already. Someone sent step index to the group, which is the first challenge we're going to tackle these nights. So first of all, I would like to tell you that step index is on a downtrend. So for that guy looking for a buy opportunity, it is going to be very, very hard. But let's check it. Let's look at it. You can see it's on a clear downtrend. There's no need to label anything. There's no need to spot anything. This is a clear downtrend, even to a blind man. So now the man spotted other block on the 4-hour time frame or 1-hour time frame. I think he used H1. Okay, he used other block on the H1 time frame. You can see even on the 4 hours there is an other block there also. Now entering the 1-hour time frame, I also spotted the same other block. But you know, this is a down market. This is a downtrend rather. If it is even going to buy at all, then the buy movements are not going to be sharp. The buy movements are not going to be sharp. So this is the other block he spotted, and our entries are going to be on the 5 minutes as usual. And as always, you can use 5 minutes for your entry, you can use 3 minutes, you can use 1 minute, depending on your tastes. But I like to use 5 minutes time frame. This is one reason why I hate this trading view. Yeah, it doesn't show the tools completely when I'm on a lower time frame. But let's still continue checking on the 5 minutes time frame, the mitigated zone. At least we know that this is the point at which the market is mitigating the 1-hour candlestick, order block. Now, what do we need to look for? We need to look for another break of structure. So what is a break of structure? Let's start from there. Break of structure is when we have something like this, when market is trying to give us a new trend and then it's breaking the previous highs or breaking previous low. So what we can have here is what we know as a break of structure, this BOS here, and then our other block is going to be the candle that was, formed before the impulsive move to break structure, and then we know that our entry is going to be exactly on that other block before we look for buy opportunities, right? Easier said than done. Now this is the 5 minutes time frame. We need to look for a break of structure. Now this is the downtrend, and when you want to enter your other block or whatever strategy you are using, you need to watch out for if you want to sell or if you want to buy against the trend. Once market is approaching your point of interest or your point of entry, you should wait for reversal. Then after the reversal, then you can enter the market. So that's what we are trying to do here. We are trying to look for reversal on this 5 minutes time frame. Now, where is the break of structure? Where can we find the break of structure? We can see here. This is, let me start labeling from here. I just want to help that young man. So that's the higher, lower, low. Then this is the lower high, right? Normal technical analysis. So what again? Lower low. So once the market breaks this previous high, then we know that that's the break of structure. Then market is ready to give us new higher highs and higher lows to look for buy opportunities. Okay. For this man, can you hear me now? I believe you can hear me now. If you can't hear me, please let me know. Okay, remember we're still looking for our entry. Now where's the break of structure going to be? The break of structure is going to be here. We have to break this previous low, this previous high, to give us a new high, and then giving us a new high now, it means it has broken the previous high to give us a new uptrend. Then in the process of that, we're going to look for another block that was formed in the process. So that's what we're looking for. So the market might move like this. Since this market is in a downtrend, I'm not expecting much move to the upside, but There's another order block here again that might push the market to sell. This is creating a resistance already. Remember, that's like liquidity. And there's another block here. I believe you can all see that. I'm coming. I need to share the link again. Alright, so there's another block here that might be very sharp because the market's in a downtrend. I might want to, continue the lower low, lower high, whatever. That's why we said we have to wait for market to break this lower high to give us a new higher high, and then give us mitigation on the previous candle that caused the imbalance or give us the other block. So that's where our entry is going to be, if and only if we get a break of structure above here. But in the rest of breaking structure, there's another block here, like I said. So market might want to come down and give us some tricks. Well, that is that for that. That is that concerning step index for your buy entry. I hope the man is in this class right now, so he can just check, because I'm not trading it, I'm just helping him out soon. You can see the market is in a clear downtrend, very, very clear downtrend. So when you are taking a buy, you have to be more conservative. Alright, let's start from where we stopped. Okay, let's start from where we stopped in the in the free group. We have 243 members. Well, for those sharing the ebook, thanks, keep up the good work. For those sharing the group link, well, that's nice of you, keep up the good work. Now let's start from here. GBP-JPY, the free setup I sent. I sent GBP-JPY. What was the caption? Buy setup for tomorrow. Okay, let's start with GBP-JPY, GBP-Yen, GBP-Yen, all of my favorite pairs. So for those in mentorship, there know the pairs we trade. Please mute yourself. Okay, welcome. So for the GBP-JPY free setup I sent, I'll be talking about free setup because this is a free group, and once I'm holding videos for my mentorship students, I'll be sharing with them the real entries and all the setups that we did during the week. Now this is for the free setup, other blocks spotted on the 1 hour, on the 4 hour time frame. Now let's go to the daily and let's check why we're looking for buying opportunities. This was a nice move to the downside, as we can all see. After the market gave us a nice move upside, then wanted to start reversing. Okay, let's enter the market with a buy. But now look, you can see this is a sell down move, but that's why you have to understand market structure. You have to understand market structure. This is lower low, lower high. Then market is meant to what? Break this new low to give us, break this previous low to give us a new low, and then continue like that. But instead we had equal lows here. Okay, sign of reversal. And then on the 4 hour time frame, since the market had given us sign of reversal on daily, I was looking for buying entries, even though other blocks don't respect that. Other blocks are crazy. Either you buy or sell, you win. Look at this, take a look at this. So either you buy or sell, you win, most especially when you know what you are doing. If you know what you are doing. Now the entry was on the 4 hour time frame. The other block was on the 4 hours. You can see here, nice break of structure, other block candle formed, and then in the entry, let's go to 15 minutes. In the entry, now I always say, if you want to enter, remember the market must move slowly, or the market must move, then when it gets to your entry, it must give you sign of reversal for you to enter. Okay, Euro UD, that will be later. I'll answer your questions later. I'll just check when. We shouldn't take long here, actually. 20-30 minutes, we should be done. Okay, I'm still explaining this GBP-JPY. Now, after seeing all these forming on our zone, now this is something you must notice or take care of. Asian session, that session, it always clears the Asian lows and Asian highs. It always clears the Asian lows and Asian highs. There's always liquidity in the lows and in the highs during the Asian session. So if you can see or spot liquidity during the Asian session, then you should know that they are going to grab liquidity during London or New York session. Now this is it mitigated that other block 15 o'clock, 3 o'clock. That should be around the New York in the afternoon, in the evening. Let's go to the 5 minutes time frame. You can see what's happened here. This was during the Asian session. You can see my session break line. You can see liquidity grab. Now other block, remember other block is lying below the liquidity, so you know that they are going to use the other block below to grab liquidity. This is 5 minutes time frame. You can see this candle standing straight. Alright, thanks for that. Now you can see this imbalance here, this crazy move to the upside, that impulsive move, and what's formed before it was the other block. That's what we call other block candle, a candle that's formed before an imbalance or an impulsive move. Now after the impulsive move formed, Asian session got in, gave us consolidation, liquidity above, liquidity below. Once the market gave us liquidity below here, even though this market I didn't enter, I just sensed the setup, because this last week I was not really trading this last week. But next week we have to fire. For fire. Now this is the other block that was formed. Liquidity was above the other block, and we know that okay, once liquidity is above the other block, we want to enter exactly on the other block using the other block that was formed. And can you see what happened? 89 pips, 5 to risk to reward is 1 to 15, and SL was 5 pips. Imagine. So I always use 5 pips SL or 10 pips SL. If I use this type of entry, I'm going to use 10 pips SL. But if I use my normal Y curve, I use 5 pips SL on Y curve. You can also use 5 pips SL for this, as you can see here. And the TP would be your next zone for sell, because this is another block already. Again, you can see 30 minutes other block. That was where the market reversed immediately. So either a buy or sell. Other block really does not respect that. You're saying you want to buy in an uptrend, sell in a downtrend. Sometimes I don't really follow that, but I like following is because of most of my students who are still newbies, and it might confuse them. So I always make things simple. Just make everything simple, and then you can see it's got to the other block on 30 minutes time frame and then started selling. Let's go back. So that is that about the free setup I sent. I know some will take it, some might not take it. Well, at least all the free setups I sent are in profits. Yeah, are in profits. Now let's go to the next setup. You see UVJPY. Yeah, this is card CHF. One of my students took this trade. It was a very nice trade. You see student trade. I posted it here. Let's go to it. Card CHF. Where was the entry? Somewhere here. Was here? It was a wipe-off trade. So I know it's this impulsive move. The cuts. The entry was, he entered with the week. Though I was also planning to enter, but I deleted my order. And at least someone took the trade. That's the joy. So other block was spotted, and then in the process it gave us Wyckoff schematic was forming on the block. So we knew it was time to queue, ready to queue as always. Please mute your mic as you're coming in. Yeah, so mitigation occurred, everything happened, then we got our Wyckoff. Wyckoff, you just enter after you spot some what do I call it now? You spot some features. Now you can even enter with normal 5 minutes order block, you can see. But once you have your Y curve, your analysis remain more sure, more confirmed that okay, yes, this market is ready to move. More especially when it's coming from uptrend like this, you know that market is going to feel this downtrend. Now taking a look at this, we took a buy here also. Our pending orders are still there. It didn't mitigate that day, so I'm still expecting the market to feel this little imbalance that's here. We took a buy at this point, then markets didn't mitigate, just ran off, you know. So we're still waiting to kill. After the buy, as you can see, we took the sell and we are taking the buy again. So I'm here to talk about free setups though. Now let's keep checking for any setup I sent. Okay. Euro CHF. I think that was the last setup I sent. Euro CHF. Let's check it out. Let's check it out, guys. Euro CHF. What do we have on Euro CHF? That's my last pair on my watch list. Euro CHF. Yup. Where is it now? Okay. I sent the free analysis on this one. Crazy stuff. Let's move from the daily to the. Yeah, same thing happened to downtrend, but markets gave us equal lows, so sign of reversal, looking for uptrend, looking for buy opportunities rather. Then I spotted this other block here, 4 hours other block, after seeing this nice BOS H1 other block rather, after seeing nice BOS at this point, break of market structure or break of structure, anyone you can call it. Yup, so your entry will be where pending order on the other block that caused the impulsive move. This impulsive move here. You know, this market moves in waves. You should, if you know the way this FOREX markets move, you know that it repeats the same thing over and over and over again. It repeats the same thing over and over and over again. Let me remove this. I'm looking for something like this. Then to break out, go. You know, if the FOREX market wants to go up, it won't go up just like that. It will go up, take out money, grab liquidity, go down again, take out money, grab liquidity, go up. And if it wants to come down, it will repeat the same thing. But once you know where the liquidity is, and once you can spot imbalance, now look at this. If you can see something like this imbalance, you should know the market is going to cover that imbalance for sure sooner or later, but you might not know when. Look at this imbalance here. You should know that market is going to feel it one way or the other, either half or full imbalance. Market is going to refill that imbalance back. Now take a look at this. Market will feel it back, and in the process of filling, look for another block. Look for another block. You can see this imbalance here too. Markets filled it with this buy, created imbalance in the process, filled it again. So this market moves in waves. If you just know your way around it, your angle around it, then you are going to be very, very fine. Okay, no questions yet. Now, spotted my other block on the H1. The entry is going to be 5 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever minutes you are going to be using. And okay, let's check. You can see Asian liquidity again. Markets will always clear liquidity. You can see. Asian liquidity. It will always clear that Asian liquidity. It will clear the buy and to clear the sell. So just look for other block on the M5 that was formed on your zone. There are separate ways to trade this thing. You can modify your other block to be there like that on the 5 minutes, then pending order immediately, or wait for market to get to your zone. But since market is going to grab liquidity, you can look for that block and set it somewhere here. Market to move, or those that like taking crazy entries, once you want the market to get to your zone and then you move. So you can use 3 minutes, 5 minutes. But this one, so check for 3 minutes. Check the 3 minutes time frame. Look for break of structure. Where is the break of structure from? Yeah. So market got here, lower high, lower low, broke the lower high. You should know that yes, market is ready to reverse. Then let me delete Now you can see broke this. This is the break of structure, broke it. Now the candle, the other block that was formed before the break of structure is this. You can see this red candle. Some people call it buy sell candle or sell buy candle, whatever. I just like simplifying things. Just call it the candle that occurred before the impulsive move. Now we've seen the candle already, and then your pending order is going to be on the opening of the candle. Opening of the candle, so it's going to be somewhere here. Opening of the candle is going to be here. Almost for those that use good spread, that have good spread broker, the markets will have triggered at that point. And for those that don't have 4 pips, so that's about the free setup that I posted on Euro CHF. Now let's go to if you want to enter again. Now the market is already going up. You know, this is where the market is going. Other block here. There's another block there on the 4-hour time frame. So we believe the market is going to reach there. And if the market doesn't reach there, if market opens and market decides to come down, if market opens and market decides to come down, this is a break of market structure here, and this is the candle that formed before. And see, this one really crazily moved. So okay, let's just leave that alone. Alright, now okay, now if you want to enter a buy again, in case the market doesn't get to our 4-hour order block before it starts coming down, you can look for entries at this point. Look at this H1 order block, break of market structure. This order block is valid like this. It's a valid order block and it hasn't even been mitigated yet. 30 minutes also, nice order block, sitting down waiting for us. 15 minutes, 5 minutes, you are going to enter on your 5 minutes time frame. So in case market gives us Asian liquidity at this point, then you should be setting your order block on 5 minutes. You should set your pending order on the other block that was formed on the M5, the 5 minutes time frame. It's going to be this. But for those that like entering exactly when the market mitigates, then there's no problem. Wait for it, and you wait for the sell. So you should be waiting for break of structure, something like this. This is just an example illustration, not a financial advice. But students who listen will blow accounts. That's what I know. Yeah, students who listen will blow accounts. You know, markets will be coming like this. It will touch the other block, something like this, touch our other block, or something like this. It's going to break this structure here. Then once it breaks this structure here, or once it breaks this, you know, it won't come exactly this way we are plotting it. This is just an illustration. So once it breaks the structure, wait for the other block that was formed here or here, whatever. That'll be your pending order, and then boom, wait for it again. Let's keep going up like that. The forex market moves in waves. If it goes up, it doesn't go up immediately. It will go up to deceive the sellers. It will go up to deceive the buyers and deceive the sellers. It will go up to deceive the buyers to make the sellers come in and then go up again. So that's the way it works. But once you know your way around it, trust me. You see Asian liquidity, it took out the lows, it took out the highs. So your TP is going to be after the highs and at an order block. You can see you are sure that market is going to take out this Asian liquidity here, So your entry is at below the Asian liquidity. First liquidity will be taken out, and your second TP, okay, you know that market will take out this Asian liquidity. Then let me just set my TP above the Asian liquidity since it's going to take it out, and you know, just like that. If you know some things in these markets, your risk appetite will be very, very small. When you even lose, you won't be paid. You won't be paid at all. So I think those are the setups. You can see Euro CHF immediately mitigated, free setup. Look for your entry. It hadn't even started, you know, moving at all. Then I think that was all. Now Euro USD. Let me say something. Euro USD. Let me say something concerning news. this GBP USD, I'm still coming for it. It hit my SL and then went in my direction. Like, it wasn't funny at all. Where was it? GBP USD. Don't worry, I'll talk about that with my students tomorrow. The reason we had the loss and it went into our direction. Okay, Euro USD. Now I'll say something concerning news. I'll say two things. Once it's time before the news, but this one is very risky. I know news is always risky, so expect anything during news. That's why even when I give news signals, I should expect you to know that okay, news is risky. I shouldn't be the one to be spoon feeding you and pretending that news is risky. But for those that don't know how to trade news, this is like free setup. But I don't really like this one because it's too risky. Just too risky because of the spread. Yeah, of the spread. Now, before the news, let's say news is 130 and it's going to buy. So what's going to happen now? Okay, let's say news is 130 and news wants to buy. Now this is let me delete this one. This is 125. Before the news, look for a demand or supply zone, because normally during news, what does news do during the news? Once it's 130, what happens? It will first, if market wants to buy, the news will first reject a little bit, it will come down, then it will sell immediately, right? It will buy immediately. If it wants to buy, it will first sell then buy. Now in that process, you can look for a demand or supply zone that can push the markets off after the spike. So once it's 130 and you can see that okay, the news is moving, and it just hits a supply or demand zone, immediately you enter at the supply or demand zone. I mean order block. So news respects other blocks a lot. When you can spot another block before the news, you can set your pending order there, set 10 pips SL. But 10 pips SL might not be nice if you are using pending orders because of the spread. That's why I don't like this one. But this one is before the news. I'll explain other blocks after the news also. Before the news, if you want to catch the news, just wait for rejection, then enter at when it is using when it is reaching or rejecting at the other block. That's for the that's for before the news. Now after the news, what has the market done? It has given us a lot of orders, giving us imbalance. So at that point, market has given us what we call imbalance. This happened here. USD core CPI. Take a look at it. Crazy move to the upside, and you know markets will always feel imbalance. There's no way, no how. This is the news. Markets will feel imbalance. So what do you need? Just look for order block. Now on this 1 hour order block here, market has not mitigated because in the process of this mitigation here, there was no break of structure yet. This is the break of structure here. So this mitigation is just by the way. This is the real mitigation after the break of structure. So you can set your pending order. Okay, after the news, I'll just set my pending order on the other block and then set my 10 pips SL, 15 pips SL, then I move. Or if you want to enter during mitigation, but this one is news now, so don't expect the same moves. You should not expect the same. You should be expecting fast moves. That's why it would be nice to set pending orders immediately. Can you see? So this, the news, boom, then it started coming down. You can see immediately. This one didn't give us any sort of confirmation for break of structure at all. That's because of the news though. It doesn't really happen when you are trading normal in your normal day. So this is break of structure here. Other block that formed before the break of structure. Let's see if market mitigated our other block. Okay, you see market didn't mitigate the other block, but it did retest the previous low. The previous higher low, higher high, higher low, the previous low. Yeah, market didn't mitigate the zone. You can see, so you'll have missed your entry. There. Yup. So that's for news, when you want to trade before or after news using order blocks. Just look for, if it's after the news, look for order block that would, stop the imbalance. Now for Euro USD, this is the setup I'm expecting. Sales, market really sold off. You can see even the dollar index is a bit in an uptrend. So when you're entering Euro USD, you have to look for sell opportunities. This is another block here on the H1 time frame. I won't be looking at the right here. Even if I want to enter here now, then I'll be considering my Y curve, because at this point the downtrend is just too much, and if market wants to change from downtrend to uptrend, it must give me Y curve. So I won't be using normal entry on other block here. I'll be using normal entry on other block here. I'll be waiting for Y curve confirmation, and then I'll look for buy opportunities. But for the sell opportunities on Euro USD, I'll wait for a pullback here, then I'll kill it again. Wait for a pullback at this point. As you can see, very clean, very neat, very neat stuff. Break of market structure, other block, impulsive move. I should even be expecting more of impulsive move at this point, because now market has created some sort of void here, too much of orders. So I'm expecting it to retrace. Once it's created this order, market to try to fill it. Press of filling, I'll look for entry at this point, Euro USD. So I'm already giving a free setup already. This is a free what do I call it now? So this is a free discussion or a free class. So this is a free setup on Euro USD. For the sell, wait for it to fill this imbalance, take the sell. For a buy, for those that know Y curve, wait, don't use the normal 5-minute entry, because it might confuse you. You can see it's on a strong downtrend. The trend to the downside is very, very strong. So you need to look for a strong confirmation also, which will be the Y curve. So then you can look for your entries. I think somebody entered this Euro USD here. That last week I wasn't even on chat at all, but this week, if you're my student and you're listening in this free class, prepare for next week, guys. We have to kill these markets. So I'm waiting. Which screenshot is this? For the crypto. Yeah, we also sent crypto signals doing the most. Students will listen with blue accounts for sure. GBP JPY, I explained GBP JPY already. You can see this is the after move. I sent the before move here. So don't joke with free stuff. So if you are looking for free stuff here, if you are here to make money, don't joke with it. The crypto signals are also doing the most. What do we have? I think, okay, expect the class to die. Those are the setups I sent. Now let me share the last free setup. I think is UJ. Yes, UJ. But DXY now. Let's check DXY. That's the dollar index. Now, if you want to trade if you want to trade USD, that's a new topic on a whole level. I have to take my students. You can see it's still on a very strong uptrend. This is the point of reversal. Is supply zone. So you should be looking to take sell opportunities at this point. At that point. Yup, so USDJPY. Well, USDJPY is on this nice. Now you can see almost the same characteristics. So look for sell at that point also. But if that doesn't work, by the way, USDJPY, I think I can't remember this buy. I think someone took a buy in my group or something. I can't even remember. I'm not sure. Or maybe in the free group. The buy or the sell. I can't remember. H1. Other block on 4 hours time frame. That's it. Nice break of market structure. BMS or BOS, whatever you call it. So that's the other block that was formed. Then going to the 1 hour, I adjust, and if you don't adjust, then no problem at all, be fine. That's the other block. Now market has mitigated already, but we're entering the Asian session, so you know what I mean. This is a liquidity void, so market has to fill this imbalance, so you should be expecting the sell at least. So if you are taking the sell, your TP should be here, because now the entry is going to be above here, because market is going to give us some consolidation in the Asian session. So it wants to take out the Asian high at this point, giving us a sell, and it wants to take out the Asian low at this point, also giving us more sells, and it wants to take out this liquidity here. There are many reasons to sell on this trade. If you can see an opportunity to sell, where's my dollar sign? There's liquidity here, there's imbalance here, so you can see why we have more reasons to take sales. So markets want to clear liquidity here, market wants to also close or fill this imbalance to half. Now your entry should be here. Me, I'm going to be using Wyckoff or the 5 minutes, sorry, I'm going to be using Wyckoff or Asian range, whatever to enter. So my TP is going to be down. Let's check it out. My TP is going to be here, and that's even where the next other block is. That's if and only if I see a sell opportunity. I told you next week is going to be very, very crazy, so you guys should get ready. Last week I was busy setting up my space, I was setting up, so I didn't really have time. But this week I told them we're going to have class throughout this week, Monday to Friday. I'm going to have class. Yeah, 62 pips is not small. Your entry is going to be 5 pips. Entry risk to reward 1 to 9 is even small, but at least if you can catch this sell to this point, if you can get this buy also, then no problem about that. I explained step index. Let's check. Hey, sorry about that. Let's check step index. Okay, I hope my settings won't have disappeared. I just hope. Well, hope is not a strategy in this forex market. You know, you don't have to. That is when, if you are open and you say, hey, I hope this market will go up, I hope this market will go down, it means is either your SL is wide or you are not using good money management. Yeah, risk management, I told you I'm going to take my students risk management, expect that also for our time frame. At least we didn't get a break of structure. You can see we didn't get a break of structure. I think I explained that very well. Let's just go to 5 minutes, because I've explained everything when we started this class. Yeah, okay, it was actually a nice BOS here, nice break of structure here. Then where is okay, this is what give us the sell. Yeah, that person that also. Now the break of structure happened already. This cleared the liquidity above, giving us the nice sells. Now if you want to buy for because this is grabbing liquidity, is going to be a sharp move. You can wait till this point, but this point has been mitigated already. It has been mitigated already. You can see this is a very clear downtrend. Very clear downtrend. It's a sign that market is on a downtrend. Because I would have used this as my other block, but it's also on the resistance zone, and there is no impulsive move, strong impulsive move that way. Let's say we use half of the candle for the other block or entry. I wouldn't have taken this trade though, because this other block pushed the markets so strongly, grabbing liquidity, and I won't be entering when market is grabbing liquidity. I don't want to do that. So I should be entering after market has grabbed liquidity. So you should be looking for buy opportunities at below here, but there's no other block to support this liquidity below. So you just have to stay away from this market. It's a downtrend. Look for sell opportunities like this. You see liquidity, other block above liquidity, then sell. That's the way to enter, not looking for buy opportunities in a sell market. Can you see? Can you see? So instead of looking for buying opportunities, where's the 1 hour time frame? Why not look for selling opportunities? Because it's a strong downtrend. Normally I won't even take this trade at all. No, it's too much. It's too much. H1, and even getting to the 5 minutes, I knew that something was going to push these markets down strongly because it's on the downtrend. So you don't be looking for entries now. Look for entries later. You can see. Nice order block. Give us the sell. Can you look at Euro AUD, please? I have it for a sell after the pullback. What's the pair again? Euro AUD. I think we've spent a lot of time here. Start asking your questions. We've spent 48 minutes already. Euro AUD. So what did the man say? Said I have it for sale after the pullback. But I hope it's still in the meeting, because I think it's the only one that has question. I have it for sale. Where is your sell entry? Where is your sell entry? Buy opportunities there. Minutes time frame. I'm trying to help you look for your sell entry because you said you have a sell there. I can't find any sell entry here. Let's check the daily. Daily is on an uptrend. Nice uptrend. Been a while I use trend lines. Wow, very beautiful stuff. Uptrend, equal lows though, so there's even more opportunities to look for buys again. So you should be looking for buy opportunity, not sell. Or where is your sell entry? That's the other block. Looking to sell at that point. There's liquidity created here too. So your entry, your sell is in the middle of liquidity. You can see. So if you even want to sell at all, then no problem. Your sell entry should be there. So let's modify the entry very well. H1 other block. Alright. So your sell entry should be here, not. So in this market you have to be very patient. Very patient. I'm gone are the days when I always use 20 pips as well. Gone are the days. You know, that's why they always say 90% of traders lose 90% of their money in 90 days. That's because of the SL issue, risk management. Risk management is the greatest strategy. Imagine using 5 pips SL and losing, taking 5 trades and winning 5 trades. That's 50% accuracy, right? I shouldn't be talking about risk management here, but I should let you know some things about risk management. Taking 5 trades and losing 5 trades using 5 pips SL. So let's say your lot size is 0.1 and you're on $100 account. So 0.1 on 5 pips, that's how much? That's 5 USD. Yes, that's 5 USD. Now we are losing, let's say your TP is 50 pips. Imagine size even small. Now let's say your TP is 50 pips and your SL is 5 pips. That's 1 to 10. Now your account is $100. You lost 5 trades. That's $5 using 0.1 with 5 pips SL. that's 25 USD, right? And then you got, okay, let's say your tip is even $20, and then you got the remaining 5 trades correctly. That means you lost 5 trades, you won 5 trades. Then your tip is $20 with 0.1. That's 20 times 5, that's 100, minus 25, that's $75. You gain $75 even if you are losing 5 trades and winning 5 trades. Imagine using 20 pips SL, losing 5 trades and winning 5 trades, and using 20 pips TP. Can you see? It's still, your account is not great. So risk management is the greatest strategy, no matter whatever strategy you are using. If H4OB, sorry, on daily, that's 1.6. I'll be going off now. I don't have time again. Daily on, okay, let's quickly check. Daily, now what did you say? 1.63246. Okay. Oh, is entry still far? Oh, I can see what he's talking about now. This, yeah, that daily order block. Yeah, it's a nice supply zone. It's a nice supply zone actually. So you can look for trades there. Nice supply zone. Let's go to the 4 hours. You can, edit it. The other block is there. Let's go to each one. Yeah, it's a nice supply zone. You can take a trade there. Very, very cool. When market is going up aggressively, you can look for sell opportunities. I like using Wyckoff. Wyckoff is trading market reversal. So if you want to trade market reversal or something like this, if you see Wyckoff here, then you are good to go. You are very sure. Okay. Any other person? Any question? 47 minutes. We are 47 minutes up. If in the absence of any question, you can see this. Grab liquidity and run. But I don't think VIX grabs liquidity. But from what you can see here, liquidity grab. So this is live. Thank God I recorded this video. So try to watch from the beginning. I explained using entry with this. So in the absence of any question, if you have any question, let me know in my DM. Send it to me in the group or send it to my DM. Okay, someone has even left the meeting already. I'm going to say peace, guys. I'm out.